So Juggernaut Tactical created a new rifle, and it may destroy a major aspect of California's ban on assault weapons. I have some additional information for you on why this may be, and also something I learned that changes my perspective on the Juggernaut Tactical Featureless Grip. So let's talk about this. But real quick before we jump into this video, if you think that California's ban on so-called assault weapons violates our Second Amendment rights, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I also want to give a shout out to one of the main supporters of the channel, which is USCCA. Through your membership, you get training, education, and self-defense liability protection. So if you carry a firearm, I highly recommend you take a look into USCCA, and I'll put a link to them down in the details section. Also, I want you to know that this content is powered by the Firearms Policy Coalition. So head on over to joinfpc.org to help support the Second Amendment cause. Thank you again, Firearms Policy Coalition, for supporting this channel. So like I said in the intro, a new product was created by Juggernaut Tactical, and it is a rifle with an extended lower receiver. This results in California gun owners potentially being able to use pistol grips on their featureless builds. Now, I have to throw up a quick disclaimer that although I am a licensed and practicing attorney in the state of California, I am not your attorney, and this is not intended in any way to be legal advice. I just wanted to relay some information to you all that I received from the owner of Juggernaut Tactical that shines some light on why they believe this lower receiver, this rifle, is legal, and also why they believe their featureless grip is also legal. So the product in question is the rifle that Juggernaut Tactical has created. For those of you not in California, you might see this picture of the rifle and think, what's the big deal? Well, if you look closer, the lower receiver has an extension above the trigger. This extension drops where the uppermost part of the trigger is exposed on the rifle, and that is being done to try to get around California's ban on so-called assault weapons. Penal Code Section 30515A1A is the important section to look at for this specific product. This section states that an assault weapon in the state of California means a semi-automatic centerfire rifle that does not have a fixed magazine, but has any one of the following offending features. One of those features that can make a semi-automatic centerfire rifle with a detachable magazine a so-called assault weapon is a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon. This has resulted in California gun owners building what are known as featureless rifles, where you see us use those funky fin grips on our rifles, and also where you see some people use the Juggernaut Tactical Featureless Grip. Now, what is the definition of a pistol grip as used by California in their assault weapons ban? Well, California Code of Regulations Section 5471 subsection Z states, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon means a grip that allows for a pistol-style grasp in which the web of the trigger hand between the thumb and the index finger can be placed beneath or below the top of the exposed portion of the trigger while firing. So the state of California says that if you can have a pistol-style grasp on a grip and the webbing of your hand can be below the upper exposed part of the trigger and you can still fire the rifle, then it is a pistol grip, and the use of it on a detachable magazine AR-15 makes that rifle a so-called assault weapon. The intent of the Juggernaut Tactical lower receiver and rifle that they made and the pistol grip that they made is to change where the webbing of your hand is located on the rifle. The lower receiver drops the upper exposed part of the trigger down lower so that the webbing of your hand is above the exposed part of the trigger. In contrast, the grip that they created puts your hand at an angle where the webbing is above the uppermost exposed part of the trigger. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know that I have done a video on the Juggernaut grip in the past. And the grip we're talking about is this one right here. This is the Juggernaut featureless grip that they created. It's about $80 and it's actually pretty heavy. It's metal, but some people even kind of clone this and then do some plastic ones. But this is the actual one that Juggernaut Tactical has created. In that video that I did in the past, I expressed some concerns that the grip may be too much of a gray area for some people to use on a featureless rifle build. This is because I, like many others, were concerned that the grip resulted in someone being able to drop their grip below the upper exposed part of the trigger and still being able to fire the rifle. Well, in having discussions with Juggernaut Tactical and the owner about their new rifle that they are coming out with, the owner relayed some information to me on the legality of this Juggernaut featureless grip and how they are using that determination by the DOJ to springboard off of in creating this new rifle build. The new information is that Juggernaut received proof of an assault weapon deregistration using their grip. In the state of California, there was a period of time where people could register a rifle with the state of California as a so-called assault weapon. The reason some people did this is because they would be able to keep offending features on their rifles that were banned under California 30515. So some people decided to register their rifles with the state of California to keep those features. But with registration came various restrictions. This included transportation restrictions and also inheritance restrictions and some other things as well. Now, some people, after having their rifles registered with the state of California, decided that they didn't want that anymore. And so then they would go and change the configuration of their rifle and then submit photos and proof to the DOJ and have the DOJ remove their rifle from the registry. The document Juggernaut has, which they sent to me and I have been able to see and look through, and I wish I could show you guys, but I can't because it has this individual serial number, address, and all kinds of information I'm sure this person doesn't want relayed over the internet, and I know you guys wouldn't want that if it was your information either. But it is an individual who deregistered their so-called assault weapon with the state of California, and they did so using the Juggernaut Tactical Featureless Grip. That is relevant because the DOJ would not deregister a rifle if the grip was considered not to be featureless. If it was a traditional pistol grip, they wouldn't deregister that rifle as an assault weapon. They would still have to consider it to be a so-called assault weapon because it would still have a pistol style grip on it. So essentially, the DOJ in deregistering that specific rifle is saying that this is in fact a featureless grip. And really, this is the strongest evidence a company probably could get on the legality of a product outside of an actual court case decision saying that this product is featureless or an actual DOJ letter of approval. So this document does change my perspective on the Juggernaut Tactical Featureless Grip because you actually have the DOJ itself treating this grip as featureless and deregistering rifles off the registry. Now, why is this relevant for the lower receiver that Juggernaut created? Well, Juggernaut's position is that since this grip is legal per the DOJ, even with the whole concerns about someone being able to drop their hand lower, that would mean their new rifle would also still be legal even with a traditional style grip on it. Essentially, Juggernaut stated they created the lower receiver in question here in a way that the webbing of the hand will still be in the same location above the trigger, exactly the same that it is in the featureless grip that they have. Now, if you watched my last video on this topic, you know that the hype around this product, this lower receiver rifle, resulted in the DOJ reaching out to engage in an official review of the product. One of the things Juggernaut Tactical said that they sent to the DOJ were pictures and examples showing how the webbing of the hand stays above the extended trigger position on their new lower, like how the webbing stays above the trigger with their featureless grip. So essentially they sent pictures showing that, hey, this is the rifle, this is the position on the hand, and then they kind of superimposed, hey, it's the same with this grip as well on a lower receiver. Now, whether or not the DOJ will agree with that, that's yet to be seen, and we are waiting to see, I guess, what they say or what they don't say. Also, I want to note that there is a prior Gunfighter Tactical Magic line product that was similar in nature to the lower receiver that Juggernaut Tactical has created, but that was a product you could then bolt onto any traditional lower receiver and also remove it from the lower receiver. In contrast, what Juggernaut created is a trigger extension, and it is actually part of the lower receiver. And in Juggernaut's discussions with the DOJ, that appeared to be a relevant distinction that the DOJ was concerned about. So this whole issue of whether or not it's part of the lower receiver versus something that could be removed easily or put onto something easily could be something that the DOJ is more focused on, and we will see whether or not that will play into their determination on this specific rifle that Juggernaut created. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think this Juggernaut lower is legal based on this additional information on their featureless grip? Personally, I appreciate Juggernaut's efforts to come up with solutions, and the DOJ's deregistration using their grip does change my perspective on their grip. Whether or not that will carry over into their lower receiver is still questionable in my eyes. So if you guys like this video and like support the channel, one of the best ways to do that is to like, comment, and subscribe. All those things help to fuel the algorithm or fuel Algore's rhythm. It adds fuel to his jet, and it signals to YouTube that you guys see value in these videos and in this type of two-way news. So thank you so much to everybody who's liked, commented, subscribed, who's hit the notification bell. You guys are directly impacting these videos, impacting this channel, and helping me to reach more people than I could have ever thought, and helping to spread the word about Second Amendment issues like this. If you guys don't have a comment in mind, just comment down below that you're commenting to fuel the algorithm. And also if you're a new subscriber or a longtime lurker, go ahead and comment down below that you're a new subscriber, and I'll make sure I comment back to you. So as always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And never forget, this nation was built by armed scholars, and this nation will be maintained by armed scholars.